Alright, so I'm back again. So this is part 2 of Star Wars Visions, the review. So episode 3 and 4. So I'm trying to make sure I don't get them confused. But episode 3 was the twins. Now I thought that this one was a very interesting, little story. And they were like, explaining everything with the twins. Like, of course, spoiler alert. So anyway, so they basically made the twins to, like, from the dark side, like some sort of like power or something that they made. They like basically birthed them from the dark side to, basically fulfill the agenda of the dark side.
私はこの世に生を受けたその日からこの命ダークサイドに捧げる覚悟はできている。
And so it was crazy because, like I said, there was one, it was like, the boy twin and then the girl twin. And it was funny because the boy twin was the one that was like, I don't want to do this anymore. Like, even though he was literally birthed from something like evil and dark, he literally decided in his mind, this is not the way to go. Like, this is evil and I don't want to do it anymore. And so it was funny because he was like going around with this little droid. I think it was called like R-Duo. And it was really cute. I gotta admit, that little droid was cute, just like all the rest of them. BB-8 and, all of them are cute. But anyway, so he was like, oh, don't worry, we won't get caught. Like, they're not gonna stop us. And then he literally like, presses some button and then the little wall slides and there's like a whole troop of clone warriors like just waiting for him on the other side. And he was like, oh, okay, I admit, you told me so.
心配するなデュオ。このルートなら大丈夫。見つかりっこない。動くな。ああ、お前が正しかったよ。
And then they were like, stop, sir, you can't take that kyber crystal, put it back, sir. And he was like, yeah, not about to happen. And they shot those little beams at him, and again, he like stops it like, mid shoot. That reminded me of the whole Kylo Ren, thing that he did. That was pretty cool. But anyways, and then he just like, force throws them up against the wall and knocks them all out. And I was like, I'm pretty sure that wouldn't knock a normal person out, but that's neither here nor there. Then he leaves, he tries to get on a, get on his own and like get away. And his sister is like, you really thought you really thought you would. And he was like, look, I'm sick of this. I don't want to do this no more. I don't want to be on this side. I don't want to be on that side. Because she was like, oh, you want to defect and go to the other side. And he was like, no, I don't. I don't want to be on anybody's side. Because anybody can be corrupted or whatever. And I thought that was like legit. Because even on like the good side, or like whenever it's like black and white, and it's like, oh, no, these are the good guys, these are the bad guys, somebody could still get into power or infiltrate and turn it into something that it was never meant to be. But anyways, so he was like, I'm not trying to be on any side. Like, I just want to do the right thing. I just don't want to be a part of this. Like, I don't want to do this. And after seeing like the plans that they had for them, I could kind of understand why he didn't want to. Other than the fact that it was evil and bad. Like,
高純度のエネルギーを引き出し、アム様と彼様がお召しになっているダークアーマーへ収束させることで、ダークサイドの力と融合し、さらに増幅され、生成されたダークエネルギーを四方から発射することで、我々に歯向かう惑星や星系の一つや二つ、容易に破壊する威力を備えております。ただ、
because they were literally gonna take them in the little dark armor that they had, use the kyber crystal, and basically through the dark armor, use them to power up the ship that they were already in and make it basically like a Death Star. And I was like, boy, I tell you, we just can't seem to get away from these things. They blew up one, I think it was like the first episode, huh? And then they blew up another one. I'm like, y'all just can't seem to part with these weapons. Like, I'm telling y'all, like, do y'all really need a planet-destroying weapon? Is it really necessary? They just, I tell you, they love their Death Stars in Star Wars. I just don't understand it. Like, it's crazy. They love them some Death Stars. But anyways, he was saying, I'm not about to do that. Y'all not about to do that to me. And y'all not about to use me to do all of that crazy foolishness. And she was like, you're not taking that crystal. And he was like, oh, watch me. And then they start fighting, like doing like the little force pull or whatever. And then it breaks. And of course, conveniently, he gets a smaller piece that just happens to fit into his lightsaber. But whatever. Then she puts it in the dark armor. He was saying, like, I saw you in a vision, I guess pun intended, like you tried to like merge with like the crystal or something and you couldn't handle it and it, and blah 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 blah. And she was like, that's what you think, but all of that was just a daydream. Like, I'll be just fine. I'm gonna take the crystal and I'm gonna do what we're supposed to do, and I'll have all the power, more power than you. I'll be more powerful than you. And I'm just like, girl, he's trying to save your life, and you up here talking about some, you know what?
などこの私が屈服させてやる。この身に流れるダークサイドの力でな。バカだ。
And he legit was like, I gotta stop her. And so he puts the crystal in the, you know, in the thing. And the thing that made me laugh, I had to admit, I laughed because, well, first of all, this episode was more of like I feel like it had a really nice, like, modern day anime kind of feel to it, which was cool. But it was funny to me how, first of all, let's talk about how this boy and this girl were breathing in space. Let's talk about that first. I know it's a cartoon, but what? Anyways. Then this boy takes the kyber crystal. This is raw energy, y'all. And he puts it in the lightsaber. Turns it on. And it's like this huge beam. And then he gets on his ship with our duo. And he was like, okay, now go, you know, the hyperspeed. And they literally jumped the hyperspeed while he's on top. Like, he's not harnessed on nothing. He's not wearing no, like, anti-gravity boots. It's keeping him on the ship. No, he's just on the ship. And then they take off into hyperspeed while he's holding the lightsaber.
Ah, そうだ。お前の言う通りだってよ。やれるかどうかじゃない。やってみせる。
And he splits down the middle of the ship. So I'm like, okay, first you're in space doing this, you're breathing in space, you're going hyperspeed. His body should have combusted into pieces, let's just be honest. But again, this is a cartoon, so I mean, I get it, but even still, there's only so many wolf cookies you're gonna be able to feed me, okay? Anyways, so he goes into hyperspace, cuts down the middle of the ship, including her. So she should have been split in half. But she wasn't. And then boof, kyber crystal gone. She's defeated. And then the doggone robot is out there with the little thing with the helmet on. I'm like, so have we walked into the Twilight Zone? Have we like switched positions where we can breathe in space and the robots have to have air? But anyways, and then he like drives off into the sunset, you know, or whatever. That was funny to me. It really was. I cracked up. I mean, I really did. Anyways, so episode 4, that one was really interesting too. Like with the, I don't know, the nature, all that kind of stuff really stood out to me. You know, the whole village and how they were kind of like a really tight-knit, you know, community. And of course, you know, she was mad because she didn't want her to go and get married to some bozo just for them to leave them alone, which was completely, understandable. And she was like, no, I'm doing this for y'all. And they're like, no, we need to fight. And she was like, no, because if y'all fight, everybody's gonna get shot and then I'm gonna be upset. And so they all decided to go ahead and just, you know, surrender so that to keep things from going worse than what they could have. And then they come back there talking about some, oh, we heard one of y'all was, trying to ambush us or something. So we gotta shoot y'all anyways. And I'm just like, that is some ridiculous mess.
茂みに隠れて奇襲攻撃とはいただけない。ドロイドを先行させておいて正解だった。
姉さん、ごめん。
さて、このお嬢ちゃんがリーダー。
やめて。
But anyways, this, like I said, that whole scenario was kind of like I guess it was like maybe really like post Order 66. And like this is some time after, I guess, Jedis, like I said, they're still somewhere out there. Some of them, maybe they have some Padawans. Maybe there are some people who, they're like, they have the Force. They're strong with the Force, but they weren't like officially trained maybe. Or maybe it's not like post. Maybe it's like post, and some of these people who were working for, I think it was like the Empire, the Galactic Empire or whatever, and after like basically that got dissembled and they defeated them, they had a bunch of people that were probably like still out there going around different planets, like on the Outer Rim or something, and they don't really have no assignments to do because, like I said, their order got dissembled, and now they're just like, oh, we can do what we want to do. So they're going out basically terrorizing people on other planets, and that's basically what was happening here. And this one young lady who was, obviously a Padawan, with her little braid, and she was like looking like, like, should I get involved? Should I stay out of it? Because I think she knew that there was a chance she was gonna have to kill somebody if she got involved. And that's like the cardinal rule with, you're a Jedi, you can't kill anybody, like,
まあ、俺にはお前さんたちの戒律なんて知ったこっちゃないがな。
But anyways, so she finally was just like, you know what, forget this. And she goes ahead and again, force stop the blast. I thought that was so cool. And then she's like going through, and he even tried to take that girl as a hostage. But she was like, "How you tried it?" And I love the way her lightsaber was made. It was basically like basically a sword, That was just so cool. And it kind of almost reminded me of the sword. I forgot what his name was. The big bad guy that was in The Mandalorian. I forgot what his name was. Y'all don't drag me. I forgot what his name was. But he was like in all black armor with the cape. It kind of reminded me of a sword like that one. But anyways, that sword was nice. And it was yellow, okay? A yellow lightsaber sword. So he she took him out real fast and basically helped these people. And then she cut off her, her braid. And I feel like, I don't know if she had like, a teacher before who didn't make it or, whatever. But she decided, that she has graduated from being, a Padawan to a Jedi. Now, she is a full-blown Jedi. And at first I was like, she should totally stay there so in case anybody comes back and tries to hurt them again. But then she was like, oh, no, I gotta leave or whatever. And then she leaves, I guess, to go. But then again, there could be other people out there who need her help. So, hey, that's, you go out there and, do what you have to do. So I thought that was pretty cool that she stopped and actually helped them. Because she could have chose to not get involved. But she chose to help them, and I was like, okay, I thought that, okay, that's cool. I like that. That's really nice. Like I said, other than like her, I mean, sometimes there's just, things you can't, because we can agree that last guy, she definitely killed him. Anyway, so sometimes you just can't get away, can't get around some certain things, okay? It's fine. I'm not judging. She saved the people. That's all that matters to me. So, I like both of these episodes. They were cool. Like I said, that third episode cracked me up. But anyways, I like both of these. So, y'all tell me what y'all think in the comments, okay?